I heard someone say, if I had his money, I'd do things my way. But little they know how it's so hard to find one rich man in town, satisfied mind. Money can't buy you use when you're old. And when you're lonely, the love that's gone cold. Well, his first time is a pauper sometime. Comes down to the land with a satisfied mind. My days are over, my time is run out. My friends and my lover, leave no doubt. Let it be known, my time. I'll leave this world satisfied. The stars would have chose their place. It's playing out the symphony, such amazing grace. The virgins and the prostitutes are counting tricks and fools. God was in the heart is God. The church bells ring upon the hour. They're tolling out my doom. I joined up with the party. First plane The parties are vitalized for the benefit of you. God is a comedian, and the jokes either are funny nor anything. Sometimes when I'm alone at night, I caress my own hands. Picture all the places where I want your kiss to them. Yeah. The pain is excitable to be captain of your crew. God must be a farmer who ate the things he grew. Putting out the fire now while the vessel's still aflame. You say you like your parents, but you still hold them to blame. Your sister in the convent, you're my mama wire. If God forbade your vision, you're my child. Who got love? Like a motivation, she's often in your head. You're frustrated by the prospect that your passions might be dead. Well, I have known you better than you have thought before. God may give you a little, but always some more. Try to sing the master song, when my voice is feeling sweet. But you see through my postures to where I'm in county. And most excuses are that they're gonna love the truth. God's kind to lovers. Let us do what others do. God, I lost my mind staring at the star. There are so many of them, and they're spread so far apart. I have you on Sunday, you have me in the blue. God must be an artist. God.
All right.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dean Batten. Yes, the motorcycle troubadour. I still have such mixed emotions about that moniker, but what can I do? I put it on a bunch of t-shirts. I've been hand bleaching, so if you want to help me pay for the lung transplant I've been needing for years, t-shirts in the back. I've also got some CDs of a record you will no longer be able to find on the internet. I would love to say for political reasons, because fuck AI or whatever. The reality is I'm only half proud of it because I finally came to my senses.
Really?
But if you want to help support me, there is a CD. And I do like about 6 of the 12 songs on it. And, you know, the rest you get to see me do the musical version of Taking My Pants Down. So, big shout out to the GOAT herself, Gracie Caggiano.
Yes! Yes!
This whole thing wouldn't be happening without you. Thank you. This is my first time playing Kansas City. So far, my only experience in Kansas City was having a fuel pump malfunction when I was passing through on my very first motorcycle tour, and I ended up not finding anywhere to play because, well, I was too busy staying at a Motel 6 and praying for a mechanic. It's about 5 years ago now, and holy shit, has it been a long 5 years. So it's good to be back, and this time in more proper context. Also, big shouts out to Jackson and Maddie. You guys are fucking awesome. I don't know why I'm tuning. I need to put my cable on. big shout out to Mr. Warren. Thank you for running the door and the bar. Helping make sure we all set up. Thank you, Mr. Tane, running sound. I think it's Sk8bar KC. What is Captain Door's name? Hey, Chad. Thank you. It's fine. Step off the cancer. Truly. I've got an anjuna, so it means chest pain. This next one is actually going to be out on the 12th. Hilariously, that's like right after I get done with this tour.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
I hit a kind of a year zero point with my music career and took everything down from the internet and decided to relaunch. I just turned 30 at the end of March in the middle of another motorcycle tour. And I got a little fun thing that probably doesn't, this anecdote's not going to be really anything to yell probably, but it means a lot to me, so I'm along with my deal. I have kind of a strange relationship to music. I think there's only two kinds. There's music you like and music you don't. And for whatever reason, when I was really young, I got turned on to the music of this kind of, it's like the most literate outlaw country artist, a guy named Sk8bar back in the 60s and 70s, big fan. And I moved to Nashville about 11 months ago, last summer. And I made a friend, also does music. We went and got coffee, said, hey, come on by, park at the studio, we'll walk down to the coffee shop. He's like, sure, whatever. So I go and I park outside the studio, and I'm like, oh, fuck me, this is all music, bro. And, it's a very big building. Whatever, I don't care, because it's some reason that owns it and it just can't be moved. So we get coffee, we go back, and he takes me in the studio, and he's showing me all around. I'm like, oh, this place is kind of sick. And what did this used to be? He's like, oh, this used to be Monument Records, and it stopped. He's like, I'm sorry, Monument Records? He's like, yeah. I was like, you mean like where Sk8bar recorded his first 4 albums, also the only 4 good ones that are fucking good? And he's like, yeah, that one. And we're like, so this room? He's like, So I came back a couple days later, I brought my guitar. And he set up a couple of mics that cost more than I've ever made in my whole life. And just for the love of the game, God bless him, he recorded a version of this song that comes out on May 12th. So this is called Country Dirt. And Sk8bar didn't write it, I did. I don't want to look into my tree of life decisions for another fucking second. I think I'll lose my mind. Walking, talking, thunderstorm, and I never stop to question if the damage I was taking in turn would leave behind. He said, breathe in, it just comes natural, but I don't feel that way. And there's still quite a few things that make me stay. The country dirt, the dirty city, how you can wash them both away. And there might be something useful when you die. But you might do better than a head full of nails and get up to say goodbye. Damn near turning 28, and I still ain't found the reason for my aching and my raking, the thing I tried to find. He said breathing, it just comes natural, but I don't feel that way. And there's still quite a few things that make me stay, like how your ass is brown, horses eat the hay. How vultures still look pretty when they fly. The country dirt, the dirty city, how you can wash them both away. And there might be something useful when you die, and you might do better than a head full of nails when you get up to say goodbye. So, one of the things that kind of frustrates audio engineers and producers about me is that I kind of just full consciousness refuse to pick a lane. So, this is easily the most vulgar song I've ever written. Also, one of those like disgusting guttural guitar parts I've ever written. And I grew up in Central Florida during the Bush era. And well, if you actually have ears to hear, this song is political. This is called Next Stop Geneva. Everyone I know is either fucked in the head or the immediate byproduct of someone fucked in the head. My personality's in crisis. What's living? What is dead? I'm sorry, man. I didn't understand a single thing you said. Too much fucking morphine, I'll do the damn thing well. Just pass me on my blue jeans so I can bite out of the bell. I'm only going back there to the place I used to work, because when I hit the pavement, well, it hurt. We've been talking lots of bullshit and telling lots of lies. We never talk to people, we don't love them in the eyes. We kill them if we want to, and we fuck them if we can. I'm not a savior, I'm an American. I feel my body laying in the cool evening grass. I can feel the liquid oozing past the shards of broken glass. I only wanted dinner, but it's not so simple, see. I was walking home from work and someone dropped a bomb on me. That was me. We've been talking lots of bullshit and telling lots of lies. And when we talk to people, we don't love them in eyes. We kill them if we want to, and we fuck them if we can. I'm not a savior, I'm an American. We've been talking lots of bullshit and telling lots of lies. And when we talk to people, we don't love them in eyes. We kill them if we want to, and we fuck them if we can. I'm not a savior, I'm an American. I'm not a savior, I'm American. I'm not a savior, I'm American. I was at this I don't play on Broadway. It's not my thing. I kind of hate Broadway. Everything Broadway is, does, and represents makes me ill. But I have to pay rent, so I play immediately off Broadway. There's a venue in Nashville called the Lounge on 2nd, and it's just a dog shit tourist bar, but it's kind of my favorite place to play downtown because I love I'll play a song someone likes. I'll do an Eagles cover, wail on a harmonica, and then I'll immediately cut into some shit like that. And there was this conservative couple walking in the door, and the one big speaker that is the sound system for this venue is right next to the front door. And as I'm laying into that first lyric, everyone, I fucked it! And the fucking lady, her head was just squarely in front of it. I watched her jump out her fucking skin. And it made my whole day. It made my whole day, dude. It was awesome. I had a really weird conversation with them after, too, where I ended up, making an argument for abortion that they could hear, which was kind of cool. They're probably still going to vote terribly and make the world worse, but they ain't trying.
What was it?
The argument for abortion?
Yeah.
So... Good news for both of us, I actually have to retune. So, time to kill. Essentially, I hit them with the fact that I love living, just preface with that. But I think it's safe to admit that the basic pessimistic statement that it's better to not exist than to exist has some merit. Start there. So, more in the Philip Mindlander sense than in Schopenhauer or anybody more reactionary. Mindlander's the only German pessimist that ended up also becoming a socialist. Everybody else was horrible. He uses the fact that reality is built out of suffering to create compassion instead of some bullshit ubermensch individualist nonsense that doesn't hold up under scrutiny. You can tell who I pay attention to on Instagram. But, so that was basically my thing. I was look, I have a feeling that a lot of people would quit committing the thing you think is bad, like having abortions, if we could create a world in which the children, once they're born, have food, water, shelter, healthcare, and free time provided for them by the efforts of the entire collective society, instead of having every aspect of their life dominated by corporations and the government that are going to exploit them and take their labor, and take their wages, and take all of their power away from them. That was basically the argument. I don't think anybody had ever actually sat them down and said it like that. Because by the end, they were looking at me fuck, that's shit. Did this scrawny monkey just out-argue me? Man, he didn't fall for any of my comment. That's a true story, too. That actually happened. Just like the thing that I talk about in this next talk is a true story. Segway, stagecraft. So I've been touring on a motorcycle for 5 years. For the first long time of that, what I meant by touring was I was going to go play in coffee shops in different states for tips because I wanted to get out of Florida that fucking badly. So that was what I would do. I would go ride my motorcycle, and I would sleep in a tent or crash with people that I met on the road, and I would play for tips in coffee shops, and whatever ended up in the guitar case is what I got paid. And I was doing that on an extra hard mode because I was refusing to do covers. I was hitting these people cold with this. So one evening, let me set the scene for you. Mr. Tang, would you do me a favor? Would you take the gate off if you can? At least off the guitar. Thanks, man. Are there any cops in the room? It'd be hilarious if there were right here.
Fuck the cops.
Okay, so I'm going to tell the story as it actually happened. Wait, no, I'm being filmed. I'm going to tell the censored version.
Yeah.
Not even if they're sweet. It's so dumb, but it's too much fun. Look, if you don't have a sense of humor, it just isn't funny. So, it's about 12:30, maybe 1 in the morning. Somewhere about there. Out in the woods of an unnamed state. Sitting on the ground outside my tent beneath the light of the full moon, all of that is true. Writing in my journal. Smoking a joint. And, well, all of a sudden, I kind of feel something in my lower abdomen. Gets my attention and sends me off in search of a bush. So I'm standing there in the dark. I was in the woods, so I found a bush. It's very easy. They're everywhere. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the woods, but there's bushes everywhere, it turns out. Never heard of a razor out there. I'm sorry. So I'm standing there in the dark and I'm doing my thing. When all of a sudden I hear a noise that I had heard before growing up in the swamps of Florida. I'm kind of stoned, so I don't do anything about it. I just continue to stand there, dispensing liquid. It does it again. Louder. A little longer. So I start to run backward. And there, when I get about 8 feet away from the bush, I turn on my headlamp and I see in the glow about an 18-inch long rattlesnake popping out of the bush. And not only was he pissed off, you'd be shocked how many times I say that and somebody in the audience goes, "What?" Or someone in the back goes, "Pissed off!" And I'm like, "Uh-huh, you got it." So naturally, I had to put that in a song. This came out March 12th. This was the first single out from my little relaunch or whatever. And it'd be just super cool if you guys streamed it so someone in the industry would pay attention when you get me a fucking booking agent. This is called They May Not Ever Find Me. I could wrestle with the weight of their human past, but the birds are singing and it's spring. Even as we moved on, I feel something is reborn, like pulling out a jacket. You forgot you'd ever worn. And when I start to miss you, I go back to the woods. All that devil's sunlight seems to do me good. I live close to the ground, and that is where I sleep. And when I kiss another, they don't ever find me. They don't ever find me. Pissing on a rattlesnake or laying in the evening, talking to a butterfly who don't mind when I'm leaving, running into town to get the things that I might need. like charging up my phone. Hey, the fellas gotta eat. And as I start to miss you, I go back to the woods to watch the sun past the horizon. Seems to do me good. I live close to the ground, and that is where I sleep. And dream about a world where you are not with me. They may not ever find me. I would like to invite my accomplice, Sk8bar to the stage.
Yes! Fuck yes!
Damn right, you Calvin. I met Gracie on a kind of a weird, I think just spur of the moment almost, felt that way, trip to Orlando, back when I was living in Florida, and we ended up on a bill together at a venue in Orlando called Binks. And naturally I fell in love with her music. It's fucking impossible not to, because it's extremely good.
Yeah, well, you're right.
I also like I See Everybody. And it turns out, I think it's safe to say part of the reason it's so good is we share a common ancestor, well, a common influence rather. We're both devotees of one of my top all-time favorite dead men, a guy named Jeff Buckley. If I can get this guitar in tune, we'll do one. Losing my ass. Also, thank you, Gracie, for introducing me to Russ.
Yeah.
And thank you, Russ, for letting me crash.
Thanks, Russ.
Thanks, Russ.
Alright!
Shout out Lavender Studios.
Yes, indeed. Being that the two people I know have gotten to know in Kansas City really have been Gracie and Russ, it's my first impression of this place is going extremely well. I'd love to come back here. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you.
Please, thank you.
So anyway, we both really like Jeff Buckley. We played this show in Orlando a little over a year ago, and after the show, Dean's like, "You gotta ask." Do you like Jeff Buckley? He's like, "Oh my god, I love Jeff Buckley." And, you know. So naturally, when we were putting this show together, Dean had texted me, "Hey, I was thinking maybe we should do a Buckley cover," and I was like, "I'm so glad you said that because I was going to ask you for the same name." So yeah, we're gonna do a fun little cover.
We're gonna do our best here.
Sing along if you know it. I know there are other Buckley fans in this room.
let's die. But it's over. Just the endless thing I go. Living on before.
This is our last embrace. Must have dreamed all I see your face. Why can't we overcome this moment?
Please kiss me. Kiss me out of this life. My consolation. Don't make me so angry. I know that time. Love me, make you cry. This is our last goodbye. Say no, this is the last of me. Did you rush so long? Then I promise not again. Back your mind. So I think this is probably going to be my last song for the evening. And this is the one that you really liked, right, Gracie? Yeah. So I have a soft spot for love songs. Love songs. When I do cover gigs, I always cover like Time in a Bottle. I always kind of try to do Buckley's version of Hallelujah. This is not that, this is what I wrote, but it's pretty safe to say this is me trying to keep up with Time in a Bottle and Buckley's version of Hallelujah. Currently working on a whole mess of recordings, and this is one that I am dogging it out with. Not letting this one go. It's got me by the scruff of the neck right now, but I will get the right fucking guitar tone, and I will be putting this out as fast as I humanly can. That's a thinly veiled plea to follow me on whatever streaming platform you use because I need good metrics. And again, I have some t-shirts and some CDs there in the back. If you want to help me get to Omaha tomorrow, because can I admit an embarrassing mistake to you guys? This is so juvenile that I forgot this. I got on the motorcycle, I got about 45 minutes outside of Nashville, which means that if I went back, I would be like 3 hours late. getting on the road and I was already having a long day, so I didn't go back, but I left my cash stash that I usually take with me. I left it sitting in my fucking drawer. So if you guys want to help me get to Omaha, alright, groveling over. I met an absolutely incredible woman.
Haven't we all?
She's an incredible artist in her own right, better than me, sometimes.
It's always like that in the beginning.
And, this is a song that I don't think I would have written unless we had met. And totally fallen in love for moving together at the end of the month. It's also easily the horniest song I've ever written.
Good. Now I get to box my pyre when I listen.
It's not about
Russ, you can't. Being shy now? This is dedicated to Russell. Love that song. It's called Falling Water. Kiss me again, and your eyes flash like silver. Fortune delivers sometimes. We embrace beneath the falling wall. All I see and open to each other. You kiss me again, and your eyes flash like silver. Fortune delivers sometimes. I could become. You kiss me again, and the pain is a memory deeper than any is ever gone. We get carried away so easily. and it gives me a shiver. Fortune delivers. Sometimes Gracie coming up and then up next week. Thank you for being here. Merchandise for the Real Running Crew movies made. I'm Dean Batten. Motorcycles, love your neighbor.
Yeah.